there, Niki here again with Yoga Meets Therapy and Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. Today we'll be going through a Vigorous Vinyasa. Before we get started, set up any of your props that you might want or need. Any home-fashioned props are appropriate: pillows, towels, books, even belt straps or bathrobe ties. You can take them out of your bathrobe, work as really great straps. And as we go through our vigorous class, we'll be going through a lot of sun salutations, chaturanga, upward dog, and downward dog. If at any point you feel like you need a break or to just sit out around, feel free to stay in your child's pose, or you can stay in a downward dog or anything else that really supports you. But if at any point throughout the practice, child's pose is a great place to just kind of hang out for a few. As always, I encourage you to do or not do what best supports your body. So with that said, let's get started. So find your way to a seat. You can sit on a pillow or, sit with knees bent or cross-legged. And we're going to find our way into the beginning parts of our Ujjayi breath. So we'll come into a little bit of breath practice here. So close your eyes or just take a soft gaze towards the floor and start to notice your breath. Just noticing what it feels like to breathe in and to breathe out. And then start to lengthen the breath. So letting the breath come into and out through the nose and lengthening and slowing down each inhale, each exhale. And then see if you can bring the belly button in and up a little bit. So bring the belly towards the spine, and that'll help to lengthen the spine. Lift the heart, lift the crown of the head. And keep that belly button coming in towards the spine. This is engaging our Uddiyana Bandha here. It's the first bandha that we use with our Ujjayi breath. So keep lengthening that breath and see if the belly can stay stable as the lungs fill and empty with each breath. And this is a great place to come back to with the breath at any point in your practice, just focusing on bringing that belly in and up and lengthening and slowing down your breath. And then the final part of that Ujjayi breath is engaging your Jalandhara Bandha. It's that place in the throat, kind of between the front and the back. And it's like you're restricting the flow of breath, almost like you're breathing through a straw. And that helps to create that oceanic breath sound. And if that part of the breath is difficult to find, that's okay. Just let yourself stay with that more mindful, longer inhale and exhale. Keep bringing that belly button in and up. Now we're going to let go of the belly. Take a nice deep belly breath. Let the breath fall out the mouth. And take one more. Deep in through the nose. Let it fall out the mouth. And just notice how the breath finds its more natural rhythm. And slowly start to find your way out of whatever seated position you're in and making your way to a downward dog. If you'd like to come through movement or posture to get to your downward dog, feel free to take your time. If the knees need a little time before just jumping up, take the time that you need. Maybe the back needs a little more warming up, so you take some cat-cow breaths. Or taking any other movement through the spine before coming into a downward dog. So once you find your way into your downward dog, start to find that slower, deeper breath. Maybe you can come into your full ujjayi breath, or maybe your practice today is just focusing on and slowing down the breath. I'm going to lift one leg up into the air for a three-legged dog. And then bend the knee, and then reach the knee up, kind of trying to stack the hips, just opening up a little bit. Not doing anything too crazy. This is the very beginning of your practice, so let yourself warm up. Stretch that leg back out again, three-legged dog, and drop it to the floor. And lift the other leg, three-legged dog on the other side. Bend the knee, lift the knee, start to open the hip. Keep a steady breath. Lift that leg back up into the air, three-legged dog, and bring it down to the floor. Inhale to a plank, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Just connecting breath and movement. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. At the bottom of your exhale, hop, step, or walk the feet to the hands. Standing forward fold, drop the head, drop the neck. Feel free to hug yourself in or just kind of ragdoll. Keeping with that steady, deep, slow inhale and exhale. Even take a deep falling out breath here. Deep in through the nose. Let it fall out. Release the hands if you have a bind or anything like that. Check in with the feet. Make sure that they're parallel. Big toes can touch, your feet can stay under the hips. Bend deeply through the knees. Inhale, reach up, Utkatasana. Just take a couple breaths. Exhale, come to stand, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the head, drop the neck. Let's bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Start to bend into the knees and step the right foot deeply back. Keep the hands on the floor or blocks. And just take a few breaths into the front of that back hip. So we're just starting to move a little slowly, getting into all the parts of the body before we ramp it up a little bit. So take your time, find the breath. Notice what's happening in the body today. Maybe you feel really good, or maybe you got a lot of stuff hanging out in your joints and your muscles. What would it be like to bring in a practice of just self-compassion, a little bit of acceptance that you're right here, right now, just as you are. Step that right foot forward, forward fold, drop the head, drop the neck. Start to bend the knees and step the left foot deeply back. For high lunge legs, hands can stay rooted. And step that left foot forward, standing forward fold. Drop the head, drop the neck, hug yourself in. Start to bend deeply through the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, root the hands. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or just drop the knees. Inhale, backward bend. Exhale, downward dog. The bottom of your exhale, hop, step, or walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back through chaturanga. Inhale, upward if you're ready. Exhale, downward. Hold and breathe. Bottom of your exhale, hop, step, or jump the hands, or walk the hands, feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand. Hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back through chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. I'm going to start moving a little bit quicker. Step the right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the floor, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Hold and breathe. The bottom of your next exhale, hop, step, or walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one, and hold. See if you can square the hips towards the front of your mat a little bit. Bring that back hip forward, front hip back. See if you can tuck the tailbone, bring that belly in and up, lift the heart. Maybe bring the arms out of it for a second. I'm going to straighten through that front leg. Either bring the hands to the hips, interlace the fingers, or grab opposite elbows. Inhale, lift the heart, belly in and up. Exhale, reach the heart forward, Parsvottanasana. Feel free to adjust your stance if you want to make it a little bit longer or shorter here. Release that left hand down to the floor. Right hand is going to come to the hips. Inhale, twist and open to the right. Option to reach that right arm up. Gaze can stay straight down or it can look up. Bring the right hand back down. Start to bend through that front knee. Lift the back leg, standing balance, warrior three. Hands can be to the floor or you can reach them up anywhere else. Start to bend that front knee. We're going to reach that back foot down behind you, high lunge legs. Inhale, reach up, high lunge. Really open up through the front of that hip now. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, option to drop the knees. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step the left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Hold. Take the arms out if you need to. Try to bring that back hip forward, front hip back. Tuck the tailbone. Reach to the outside of that back foot. And option to bring the hands to the hips, opposite elbows, or interlace the fingers behind the back. Straighten through the front leg. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, reach it forward. Release the right hand to the floor, right near that left foot. Bring the left hand to the hips. Inhale, open the heart, twisting towards the left. This side might be different from the other, so maybe this side you want to try reaching that arm up, or maybe you don't. Keep breathing. Exhale the hands back to the floor. Put a bend back in that front knee. Lift the back leg, standing balance. Warrior three. Release the hands to the floor, bend the front knee, release that back foot down deeply behind you, high lunge legs. Inhale, reach up, high lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Let's take one more warrior one on each side at your own pace. Feel free to omit this and stay in your child's pose. Just right leg and then left leg in your warrior one. Coming back through your downward dog. Whenever you're ready. We're all going to meet at the front of the mat in a standing forward fold. So from your downward dog, the bottom of your breath, hop, step, or walk the feet to the hands. Bend the knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, hands to heart center. Take a breath, close your eyes. Recenter, slow down the breath. And just notice where you are in body, in breath, in this moment. We're going to come through some type 3 sun salutes. So that means coming through warrior 2. As you inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Take a couple breaths. Step the right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga all the way through. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the left foot forward, right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Take a breath. Step the right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two, and hold. Feel free to give the arms a break here. You can take the arms out of it a little bit while you set your hips up. And deeply through that front knee. Reach down through the outside of that back foot. And then see if you can root that big toe mound down as well. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Take a couple breaths here. Exhale, elbow to knee, or slide that hand down to the floor. Inhale, left arm up and over. Utthita Parsva Konasana. Inhale to reverse. Straighten the leg. Give that front leg a break. Exhale, reach that right fingertips, those right hands forward. Tuck the hips back. Just reach as long as you can reach. Keep the side bodies long. Tuck the tailbone. When you can't reach anymore, just drop that right hand. Then the left hand comes directly over the left. Trikonasana. Bring that left hand to the hip. Bring the gaze down to the right foot. Start to bend that right knee. Pitch yourself forward for Ardha Chandrasana, standing balance over here. So this standing balance, you're trying to open yourself up here. And it's not uncommon to fall out of it. And start to bend that knee, that front knee. Reach that back foot down deeply behind you. Come back to your warrior two. Take a breath. Exhale the hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Step the left foot forward. Right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open warrior two, and hold. So take your arms out of it if you want to. Give them a break. Bend deeply through that front knee. Reach down through the outside of that back leg. See if you can tuck the tailbone and maybe kind of just tilt that pelvic bone just a little bit. Belly in and up, heart lifts. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, elbow to knee or slide that hand down. Inhale, right arm up and over. If you have kind of tweaky shoulders, that right hand or that top arm can always stay on that hip. You don't have to bring the arm into it. Inhale to reverse, straighten through that front leg. Reverse triangle or reverse trikonasana. Exhale, reach those left fingertips, that left hand forward, tuck that right hip back. Long, 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 reach, reach. And then just drop that left hand. Right arm comes directly over left. See if you can still tuck that tailbone. Lengthen both side bodies. Bring the right hand to the hip, gaze down to the left foot, bend through that front knee and pitch yourself forward for your standing balance on this side. And start to bend that front knee again. Reach that back foot down deeply behind you for your warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Bottom of your exhale, hop, step, or walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Option to come into child's pose here. Or come through one more round of warrior one and warrior two on each side at your own pace with your own breath. Let's all meet in a child's pose. Drop the knees, hips back to the feet, heart towards the floor. Let's reach the arms overhead. The palms are on the floor. Walk the hands to one side and create a side stretch from your child's pose. Inhaling, coming back to center, and exhale, walk the hands to the other side. Let's inhale back to center. Come up to hands and knees. Excuse me. Reach the right arm out to the side and open. And as you exhale, we're going to thread that needle. Bring the right shoulder to the floor. Hips try to stay as even as possible. Reach those right fingertips like you're kind of trying to reach deep underneath the couch. Inhale the arm back up and open. Exhale the hand down. Inhale the left arm up and open. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, reach the arm up and open one more time. Exhale, the hand to the floor. Step back to a plank. We're going to do a little bit of core here. So get a nice strong plank. Feel free to drop the knees if that's more to your benefit. We're going to lift the right foot. Exhale, knee to elbow. Hold. Let the knee slide down towards the wrist. And then as you exhale, tuck it back in. Inhale, slide it down. Exhale, tuck it back up. Inhale, slide it down. Exhale, tuck it back up. Extend the leg behind you. And let's drop the knees and just kind of come back to hands and knees. Give the arms a break here for a second. Come back to your plank. Lift the left leg. Exhale the knee to the left elbow and hold. As you inhale, let it slide down to the wrist. Exhale, tuck it back in. 2 more times. Inhale, slide it down. Exhale, it up. 1 more. Step it back. Drop the knees. Lower all the way to the floor. Take a nice deep breath and let it fall out. Take another. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. So the hands root down. Squeeze the elbows together. Start to come up into a low cobra here, just holding yourself up. Hands can even lift here, so we're not doing too much work right now with the arms. Just breathe. And start to push into the hands a little bit. Kind of coming into a high cobra. Keep squeezing those elbows together. If they come out, tuck them back in. Sliding those shoulders down away from the neck. But lift the heart. And release to the floor. Let the arms come down to either side. Head can rest on either cheek. So reach the arms down alongside the body if they're not there. Bring the head either to the chin or to the forehead. Palms face down. Start to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Heels, knees come together. Start to Peel the chest off the floor. And then maybe the legs come up too. Maybe the arms lift. Maybe you even interlace the fingers behind the back. For Shalabhasana. Two more breaths. And release. Take a nice falling out breath. An option to take that last posture, any variation of Shalabhasana that you just took, or you can bend the knees here, grab the ankles, kick into the hands, let the legs lift the upper body. Strong legs. And release. And the hands underneath the shoulders. Come on to hands and knees. And then come to stand on the knees. So we're going to We're going to have hips over knees, shoulders over hips. Bring the hands to the hips. Option for a little more padding underneath the knees. You can fold up your mat or take some towels. We're going to come into Ustrasana. So if you'd like, you can tuck the toes. We're going to start to kick the hips forward. As you kick the hips forward, lift the heart. So as you do that, try that. Just kick the hips forward, lift the heart. You automatically come into a backward bend. Try to squeeze the elbows and the shoulders together. Maybe this is enough for you so you can stay here. Or you can start to lift and push the hips a little bit more. Maybe the hands come back to the heels or even to the insides of the knees. We'll take this posture a couple of times, so take your time finding your full expression here. One more breath. Exhale, come back up. Untuck the toes. And just come to sit on the heels. Since we're going to come into this another time, we don't want to do a large counter posture. So just tuck the tailbone here and release that lower back a little. Maybe you kind of wiggle back and forth. And as you're ready, find your way back to the knees. And if you'd like to take another variation for your second Ustrasana, feel free, or just come on into it. Push the hips forward, lift the heart. Make sure you can breathe. And find your way out. This time we're going to tuck the toes, walk the knees together, the toes together, and come to sit on the heels. So taking a nice foot opener here. If this is too much, you don't have to sit all the way down, or you can bring some of your weight forward onto your hands. And just close your eyes. Slow it down. Notice body. Notice breath. Notice this present moment, right here, right now. Release the hands, release the feet. Come to sit on the backs of the feet. Take the hands, root them on either side of the knees here, and see if you can kind of just tuck the tailbone a little bit if you still are feeling a little stiff in that lower back from the backward bends. Start to root the hands into the floor so strongly that you can lift one knee off the floor, maybe both. So the tops of the feet are still on the floor, creating a stretch on the tops of the feet. See if you can keep those hips right down on the feet as you do this. Some core here too. Really tuck it in. If you can kind of crunch that torso together. Release the knees to the floor. So we're going to come into a Supta Virasana. Supta Virasana is when you come to lie all the way back. The knees can be outside of the hips or they can be underneath. Do what you need to do to best support the knees. You can sit on some pillows or prop up with pillows. You can also do this one leg at a time. So if this is a posture that's really difficult for you, maybe you just take one leg and you prop yourself with your hands. So find a way mainly to get into the front of the hip, the quads. So we're trying to find a way deep in there, but make sure you can get out of it. So take your time into that. So we'll sit here for a little bit. If at any point you do need to come out, just come out of the posture. I'll also give a prompt for switching sides for those of us who are doing one leg at a time. Just give yourself an opportunity to slow down the breath, to reground here, reconnect with sensation. For those of us who are doing one side at a time, make your way to the other side. And take a nice deep breath in. Let it fall out. Start to find your way out of the posture. I come to a seat. Take your time. You've done both legs at a time and you need to come through a downward dog or a full set of upward dog, downward dog, chaturanga. Take your time to do that. We're all going to meet in a Paschimottanasana, which is just legs extended, seated on the floor. And first we're going to come into a Dandasana, which is staff pose. So pull the toes up towards the body and engage the legs so strongly that the heels start to come off the floor. So you can kind of see that. And then belly in and up, lift the heart, shoulders root down, hands root down, and breathe. This is a great way to kind of realign the legs after something like Supta Virasana. We're going to walk the hands back a little bit here. Option to come into a full Parsvottanasana, which is just rooting the big toe mounds down and lifting the hips. Or you can bend the knees, rooting the full foot into the floor for a tabletop. So your choice. And release back to the floor. Take a breath in a full upright position. And then as you exhale, reach the heart forward, coming into a full Paschimottanasana. I always find it fun to kind of see how wide I can get my toes here. Kind of really keep the feet active and work a lot with those foot muscles that we forget about. You can kind of stretch them out and engage them and do all that kind of stuff. You can even give yourself a little bit of a foot massage here. Let's find your way back up. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet together so the knees come apart. We're going to take a Baddha Konasana. So really try to root the feet together as you do that. So if your hips are really open, you can start to open the feet like a book, kind of like you're peeling the book open, and the outsides of the feet are really rooted together. That also helps to push the knees down. If your knees and your hips are a little tight, it means the whole foot is going to stay together, and you can use the elbows here and the arms to help push the knees down a little bit as you reach the heart forward. Let's inhale and come back up. We're going to extend the left leg, and feel free to keep the legs at this figure 4. Another option is to open the gate up here. And then another option, if you still want a little more in the hips or a different rotation, you can flip that leg around so that you're kind of creating an internal rotation here with that right hip. So we're going to get nice and tall, and then take a twist over the bent leg. Feel free to stay here, or you can start to release that left shoulder inside of that left leg, or just bring the elbow there. Right arm can come up and over. Option to keep that hand towards the opposite hip, you can open it up, or if your foot is behind you, you can take that bind underneath the sits bones. Find your way back up. And then just take that left shoulder, that right shoulder, that back shoulder, and rotate it forward, trying to get the heart to come forward towards those left toes, and then reach the heart forward. Or a more traditional forward fold, or Janya Shashasana here. Of course, you can also take that option of kind of coming in between the two legs as well. And really find a spot that's going to work for you and what you need today. And find your way back up. And we're going to close that gap, so just kind of extend that right leg again. And then we're going to take that left leg and either bring it to that figure 4. I'm actually going to change direction here so you can see a little better. Or you can open it up, or again, you can flip that leg, creating a different rotation. And whenever you're set up and ready, I'm going to take a twist over the bent leg. Feel free to stay here, or you can start to release that right shoulder inside of that right thigh, or just the right elbow. Again, that arm can come straight out, or that right hand can reach to the opposite hip here. Left arm comes up and over. Other option is to create a bind, so bring that right hand underneath, grabbing the left foot. And just breathe. And find your way back up. You're just going to take that back shoulder and roll it forward. Bring the heart towards those right toes and reach the heart forward for a more traditional Janu Shirshasana. And find your way back up. I'm going to bring both of those legs together one more time. Again, I'm just going to adjust here for your sake. And take a quick Paschimottanasana, so a quick forward fold here, just to even out both legs. We're going to do a little bit of core before coming into a few closing postures. So find your way into boat or Navasana. So we're going to work with legs bent right now. Option to keep the heels down towards the floor, so you can kind of extend it as much as you need to or want to here. And on an exhale, reach to the right, extend the left leg, and hold. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left, extend the right leg, and hold. And we'll do this a few times at your own pace. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Keep going. One more time on each side. Back to center. Here's where the fun part comes in. We're going to lower ourselves all the way to the floor. We're going to do it as slow as possible. So see if you can find that place where it's kind of like, oh my God, I'm going to lose it, and you literally fall to the floor. So once you find that spot, hold it, and then release. Then you find your way all the way down, reach the arms overhead. Take a nice big belly breath and let it fall out. We're going to bend the knees and bring the feet flat on the floor. Start to push into the feet and come into your bridge. Option to interlace the fingers underneath the back here. So you have an option to stay here, or you can start to bring the hands underneath the hips. Set yourself up here. So option to stay here with the hands at the hips, or you can start to extend the legs. Release the hips to the floor. And extend the right leg. Bend the left leg. Hug it in. And let that left leg come up and over. Twisting. Reaching to the other side. Hips start to stack. Left arm reaches over for a nice twist. Option to straighten that bottom leg and create a bind with the hand. And hug that knee back in, come out of the twist. And extend, extend the left leg and hug the right leg in. And as you're ready, you can let that right leg come up and over and find your way into a twist on this side. Hips stack, right arm reaches up and over. Option to extend that right leg and make a bind between the the left hand and the right foot. And hug that right knee back in, coming out of the twist. Extend that leg down. We're going to come into Shavasana or corpse pose, a final relaxation. So if there are any other movements or postures that you need to release into your Shavasana, feel free to take them. Also, just putting it out there that since you're home, you can stay in your Shavasana as long as you want. When I move us out of it into closing the practice, feel free to stay. When you do find your way into your Shavasana, take a nice deep breath in and let it fall out. And then take another. And slowly start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Make any other movements that feel good to start waking yourself up. And eventually finding your way to a seat with eyes closed. Take a deep breath in through the nose. sigh it out the mouth. And take another. Bring the hands to the heart or to the belly. Just create a connection with the body. And really notice that connection with self. One of my favorite mantras is Soham, and it just means I am. Notice what you are right now. How you are right now. Take a deep breath. Let it fall out. Take a moment to ask yourself, ask your body, how do I want to show up for the rest of my day? What would I like to bring forward? And take a moment to see yourself doing that. Envision it, imagine it, see it. Let's bring the hands to heart center, press palms pressing together. And we'll close our practice with a single Om. Inhaling together. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope to see you again soon. I also would like to acknowledge the difficult times that we are going through, and that some days are better than others. Some days are really difficult. And I'd like to offer and just, let everybody know that I do offer online yoga therapy sessions. So if that's something that you're interested in, or even if you have questions about what yoga therapy is and how you could benefit from it, feel free to look me up on Facebook at Yoga Meets Therapy, or email me at yogameetstherapy@gmail.com. Namaste.